Good evening. We're going to be going through our training. Today is the 10th of June, and we're going to be going through a training today. We're going to be talking about Saladio and the Drive program. I got some good information I'm going to share with you guys today, and it's going to be really exciting to really help you learn how to build this business. A couple updates. First of all, I want to tell you I've done a couple things for you guys. First one is the 10 a day system up there that I put in the front. The scripts are all there. It's been working pretty well, and I'll show you how it's working for me in a little bit. But something else I did for you inside the training academy. Let me go ahead and show you this, the website. If you let me know if you can see this page. Let me share it again. Make sure you guys can see the website. All right. Tell me you guys can see this page. Let me know. Can you see it? It just jumped off, and I'm going to do it again. All right, let me know if you can see this page. Can you see the page?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Good. So let me just scroll down a little bit, show you what I did just today. Let me refresh the page. Okay, let me show you what I did. I put a training up at the top called the Fast Track Training. Let me show you what I did here. This is about an hour and a half training, hour and 45 minutes. And what I did in here is I teach you some of the basics of how to meet cold people, how to convert those into sales. Not the extensive program, what I do when I'm doing one-on-one coaching, but enough to get you guys really started fast and learning how to go and find new people. That's my goal, is to help all of you learn how to be able to meet cold people, convert those into appointments in your business. Now, right here, it's generic, so it fits for any particular business. So a lot of you are in your own network marketing business. Some of you might be in your own coaching business. Some of you may be in whatever you do. You can use some of the techniques for any of those, but really what you want to learn how to do is use them for this business. Now, what I'm going to be doing this week, I'm going to be going to a lot of networking events, and I'm going to be personally doing my best to record myself doing live networking events. I have a software on my computer that I can actually record the screen. So you guys are going to be able to see me in action, in real life, in real time, doing networking. I've never really done that before, where I've actually recorded myself doing it, but this time I'm going to, because I want to make sure you guys all have that information and how to have different interactions with different people. So I'm going to be providing that, and then that'll be in here also. Another thing I'm going to be doing is creating a system of how to generate leads, convert those to prospects, and how to convert those into sales. And I'm going to do some very specific videos that'll be in here as well. But you guys should watch this training, because it's about an hour and 45 minutes, but it is jam-packed with some meat and some things that you can really help you guys grow your business there. And then, of course, all the rest of the information of how to grow your business is down here. Now, every week when I go through a training, it's going to be over here on this side under this area. So you can go and you can watch last week's training or the week before. All the other trainings are here. And every time I do a new one, it'll be added to this area or one of the sections on the side. Another little update, the meetings every week are on Tuesdays, and they're on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and Saturday. They're not doing them every day of the week anymore. As of right now that I know of, they're doing them on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday at noon. If that changes, I'll let you know, okay? So I want to let you guys know about that. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is what's going on right now in the world, because I'm sure all of you guys are feeling it. And let me just tell you right up front, and I'm just going to be the first to fall on the sword about it up front. There is just too much noise going on in the world. Have you guys felt that? Too much noise. In other words, there is stuff going on everywhere. In other words, it is challenging to stay focused. It's challenging to stay focused on anything. And I noticed that it has nothing to do with it. Our goal is to give away 10 a day, have 20 in play, and follow who will pay. That's the motto that we're getting at. But sometimes it gets challenging to do that. So we got to talk about why that is. Like I said, there's too much noise. And I'll just be upfront. It's challenging because I do a lot of coaching. I coach a lot of clients. And when I do my one-on-one coaching, that takes time. It takes time, takes effort. And because of that, I get busy. Or, there's things with the family. My wife and we're out doing things, and it's just, you get busy. Life kicks in, right? Some of you may have kids. If you have kids, you're busy. You're doing things, and life takes over. Or, another big thing that's happening right now is tools. There's so many tools. How many of you guys get bombarded online with tools of different things? You need landing pages, you need funnels, you need AI technology, and right? Every day I'm getting hit with 10, 15 different tools. Next thing you know, I'm scrolling through a video, watching this AI email system, and then watching this other video about AI. It's like, good grief. And I don't even realize that happens. All of a sudden, I'm taking off into a different direction. You guys ever feel that? Or is it just me? Yeah, all of us do, right? That's right. So it's just too much noise. Another thing is news. What's happening in the news? This wars happen over here, and this happened over there, and banking this, and just crazy, just news all the time. Social media, another big thing. Social media. I'm on LinkedIn, then I'm on TikTok, then I'm on Twitter, then I'm on this. Just back to back to back, nonstop noise. Does that happen to any of you guys? Yeah, it's happening to all of us. I'm telling you. So I just wanted to bring it up front because, it's not just you. We all go through it. But the reason why this is so important for us to understand is because we're all here at a ground floor position. We're in a very unique spot. And I don't think you guys realize how unique of a spot this is. Being in a direct sales company with a single product like this. And the reason why I say this single product is because communication is our product. You got to realize we're in the business of communication. And I don't care what industry you're in, what other business you have, what other things you're selling or you're doing in business, even as a job. You're in the business of communication. You're in the business of how to communicate better. And if you think about that in whatever you're doing, if you can communicate better, how would your business be better? How would your job be better? How would your family be better? In everything you do, it's all about communication. And that's what this Drive program teaches us, how to communicate better. And even me, in my business, in my coaching business, I tell people, you're in the word business. They're in the business of words, right? So the better you get your words down, the more effective you can be. So the reason why that's so important is because the timing of the venture that we're in right now is very unique. We're in a company with a 20-year-old product that's a great product, but we're at the ground floor before it launches. But here's what happens. We get busy, we get focused, we get taken away. And I'm gonna tell you one thing up front. Being at the ground floor and doing nothing is not gonna help us get to the point where we wanna be. And I'm talking about for myself too. Being at the ground floor and doing nothing about it is not going to get us there. The people that we see at other direct sales companies or network marketing that say they were there at the ground floor, guess what? They worked their butt off when they were at the ground floor. If you think about a business or a real estate office, I'm in an area right now with these buildings. There's giant buildings going on all over the place. There's buildings being built, right? But the people that are working the hardest right now, guess who they are? The ones building the foundation. The ones down in the hole, pulling out the dirt, pulling out the garbage, pulling out, putting concrete down, doing all the work. Those are the ones that are working the hardest. You know why? Because they're building the foundation. And it's the same thing with us right now. We have to have that mindset that we are laying a foundation for this business. And the more we lay, the bigger it's going to be. And guess what? Down the road, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll be looking back and say, wow, I'm glad I did it. So we need to understand that just being at the beginning is not what you want. You want to be at the beginning and do what it takes to make it. And, this product, you don't want to take it away from what you're currently doing. So that's where what we're going to talk about is balance. You got to have balance between what you're currently doing and spending some time here. Okay. So let me give you a couple of things. One of them is this: focus. Focus. You may have heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it again. Focus. Focus. Let me tell you what it stands for. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. So what is the one course? The one course is this: give away 10 assessments a day. And you keep 20 of them in play. You're working with 20 people. And then you follow up with them, and then that'll pay. Now, when I say 10 a day, that's the ultimate goal. We can't start with 10 a day. No one starts with 10 a day. You know what you got to do? You got to go back to the other training I did, the power of one. You know what? Focus on one a day. If right now you're at one a day, that's fine. Go one a day. Give one assessment a day. And I'm going to show you a system that the company already has in place that can help you. Focus on one a day. Give one assessment a day. If you just make that commitment, today I'm going to give one a day. Once you give the one a day away, guess what? You can say, wow, you know what? That didn't take that long. I can give away another one. And you give away another one. You see, now you've doubled your success. And you say, I think I could do one more. And then you focus on that till you got to the point where you're having a habit of giving 10 a day. Now, it takes time. And the same thing with me. You're going to see how to manage that here in a second. I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's what you want to focus on. So now how do you do it? Now let me show you a tool that the company has. I'm going to show my screen again. I just learned about this myself. You got to understand, this has been there, but I just learned about it. So let me show you. This is the back of Saladio right now. All of you have this. If you're a IBO, which all of you are, you're IBO, you have this. It's under contacts. Under contacts, you have this CRM system, which means whenever someone fills out your assessment, what happens, their name goes here. Their information goes there. Okay, so you now have a list of all these people that have filled it out. Now, what can you do with it? You can click on their name, and you see over here, it says send video, send email, add, all this stuff. I'm just going to show you one thing I just started doing. I clicked send email. So let me show you how it would work. I actually have a script that I created. Here's the script, okay? I'll send this script to you, all of you, so you guys can all have the script. Okay, let me show you what it does. So now, you go to the script. So let's say I'm going to send an email, not to David, because I already did. I'm going to go down here to Jeremy. Jeremy is a person who filled out this system the other day. I didn't even know he filled it out. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to contact him. I'm going to click this, send email. So this pops up. You see it says saved emails? That's because the first time I typed it in there, I saved it. So now when I click save emails, it pops up. Then you click load save email, and it loads it right in there. And it has his first name there. And look what it says. I'm sure you've learned a lot about yourself and your communication style. We're excited to have as many people as possible learn this important skill so more people can have the success they want in their lives. Question, we're launching this product to the world in over 50 countries on July 9th. The product has been used for over 20 years, but now we're doing a mass campaign to get it to the rest of the world. And then let's say his name was John. I can't remember his name right here. But John, would you be open to watching a short video about our worldwide marketing plan and how you can help your clients and people you know get the information so they also earn a great income at the same time? Looking forward to hearing from you soon, Steve and Greg. And that's all I put, because once I send this email, it's going to send it to them. If he responds and says, yes, I'd like to know, it's going to show in the system. Then guess what I could send? Now I can send the email that we have in our training. Now I can send him the email with the video. I can send him the information that he needs so that he could watch the video on our presentation website. So I'm going to send it here. Done. Do I want to send it? Yes. Sent. That's it, you guys. We don't have to build anything. See, we don't have to build a system. It's already built in. We can set up reminders. Once they contact us back, we could put his information, his business. We could put information down here. So let's say I say sent in initial email on 6/10. It already puts the date. So I save it. That's it. That's all I need to do. Go to Jeremy, save it, and it's done. And I can do the same thing. I'm going to now do this to everyone. So now when I send out 10 a day, I just go in here, see all the people that responded. And then I could appropriately send the other videos and other information out to them. Down the road, you'll be able to upload this and send it out to a bunch of people if I wanted to. Send it out to 10 or 20 at a time. Right now, I'm just showing you how to do the basics. This is powerful, you guys. If you understand that right here, we already have the system to be able to communicate it. It makes it really, really easy to share that information. Do you guys see that? You guys see how simple that is? What you want to do tonight is go in there and play with it. Can't break it. Go in there and play with it. You know, if you have a spouse or a friend or someone, put their information in and test it out. You know, if you want that script I have, you can use it. I'll send it to you. You can use it for yourself. If you want to create your own, create your own. You know, you can also customize the script so you don't have to just use what's there. You can customize it. So if you're talking to a family member or a friend, you can customize it to them. Or if you spoke to someone, you can say, hey, remember we spoke the other day at Blake networking event. You can customize it that way. The bottom line is you can now use the tool to really help you grow your business. Hope you guys are excited about that, because that's a tool that's been there. I didn't even know it was there. You know, I'm just learning this thing just like you guys are. I'm just a couple steps ahead. That's it. You understand? But now you have a system that you can actually grow your business with. Let me show you something else I'm going to do for you. Write this website down. Write this website down. The website is www.bit.ly/free networking listing, all lowercase. www.bit.ly/free networking listing. That's a networking list of over 50 different networking groups around the country that I've compiled that you can actually go to and start visiting. And I would strongly recommend it. Because one of the things I'm going to do to help me grow my business, I deal with Alignable every week. And that's great. And I do Alignable for my business, my coaching business. But there's many other networking groups that I want to attend that I can do other things with, because I don't just do networking for my coaching business. Now I need to focus on this, but I want to talk to a different group of people. So I'm going to start going to a couple of these a week. I'm going to figure out which ones are best, and I'll be able to go to them. Some of them you can chum the water. You can actually talk to many people at one time in some of these networking groups. So you see how I have a backdrop there behind my head? Let me show you what I can do. I'm just going to show you this. You can change this to say something like that. You see it says meetsteveandgreg.com. Well, guess what one's going to say something soon? As soon as I'm done with this call, I'm going to go to Canva. I'm going to create a background, and it's going to say, take your free assessment. Take your free drive assessment. And it's going to have a background. So now when I get up and speak to 30 people, guess what they're looking at? Take your free drive assessment. What is that? And then when I do my audio business card, which is in the training, by the way, you go and watch the Fast Start training. You're going to learn a little bit about what an audio business card is. You're going to be able to say, what is it? They're going to say, wow, I want to take that assessment. Boom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people take the assessment. And you don't have to do anything. You can just drive people to it. You understand? So this is how you do it. This is how you build your business. Now, I bought a domain. I'll tell you what I did is I went to GoDaddy and I bought my own domain. My own domain is I forgot what it is. My drive something. I forgot. But whatever it is, I bought my own domain. You can go and buy your own domain, okay? And you can buy one domain. So Meet Steve and Greg is my domain. That goes to my calendar link. But my drive link will go to my drive assessment. You see, so when they go to meet www.mydriveassessment.com, if that's available, you can put that on there. And then if that's the case, it'll go to your drive. You would forward that to your drive assessment. Go into the back office of Saladio, and then go to GoDaddy. You're going to have to ask GoDaddy how to do that. I might do a training at another time to teach it to you, but it's really simple. All you're doing is forwarding your domain to that domain. Just understand that wording. Forwarding. Contact GoDaddy. They have 24/7 customer service. Ask them, I need you to forward this domain to your drive assessment. You can get your drive assessment link in the back office of Saladia. Okay. The reason why you want to do this is because you're now starting to brand yourself. You want to brand yourself as an expert in this field. The audio business card opener and writing script will teach you how to communicate your message. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to let Chris really quick. Chris, I know you and I, he's one of my coaching clients, and Chris has learned he's probably one of my best students of learning how to do this and start implementing it into his business. Chris, really quick, would you tell them as far as how effective learning that audio business card has been for your regular business right now?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. It's pretty simple. Like before I knew what an audio business card was, I would talk to people in networking groups and we would chat and I would never hear from them again. And since I kind of implemented that, the very first day I implemented it, I spoke to I think maybe 10 different people and 8 of them signed up for a call with me, like on the spot. So it really helped to bring clarity so that people understood exactly what I was about, what I was doing, and then it was very easy for them to know how to connect with me. It wasn't this weird, like, okay, talk to you later, maybe thing.
Yeah, and that's right. That's right. And so not only did he learn it, and the thing about it was this. the thing that I'm teaching you guys, it's not the full system because Chris, he's one of my clients, so he's worked with me one-on-one for a long time. We have a lot of spend time together. But I created this fast start training to give you the basics because you don't need to know everything. He has a totally different business. But to do this business, it's simple. It's really simple. It's one product. You got one thing to talk about. You don't have 50 things to talk about. You don't have nutrition and this and that. Now you can take it and learn it and use it for your other businesses. That's fine. But if you just take it and master it for this business, I'm telling you, you will kill it. You'll do very, very well. You'll get to 500 people on your team, making 10,000 a month with no problem. So that's why this is so important to learn this system. What's your thoughts on that, Chris, about how you can see using the audio business card with this particular business?
No, that's what I like about the audio business card is it's universal. So it doesn't just work for this or that, like because it speaks to what people want to know and it speaks to how people think. And so it completely leaves out all the guesswork. And so it's very clear what we're communicating. And I think it's ironic that the product we sell is communication. Right. And this is really a platform, an example of how that communication style works. So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely see because, like I do health and wellness coaching and I help people change their nutrition, which is a totally different thing, but you can come together and take the same approach and just plug in, what we're doing for this, and then it works again. So it's a great system.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Chris. And this was impromptu. He didn't even know I was going to ask for him, and I didn't either. It's not even written on my notes. But the whole point was, I know he's mastered it because we've been working together. So I just want to encourage you to go into the training academy, watch the fast start, and really dive in and learn that information because it's really a gold mine. It's worth a lot of money if you take it and use it. And you guys are all on my team, so I have a vested interest in each and one of you, being successful. I'd strongly recommend go in and learn it, practice it, and then we'll be going through it for this particular business to help you. And then if you decide to use it for your other business, I have no problem with that. That's your prerogative. Go ahead and do so, so you can grow your business there. So that's the next thing. The next thing I want you to understand is that one of the things you want to do is you want to brand yourself. You want to start branding yourself as an expert. See, people don't like to do business with amateurs. They like to do business with experts. So here's a couple things that I did to brand myself. I'm going to show you my screen again. Let me go here, show you my screen. So I started branding myself by way of my social media. So I've set up now my LinkedIn with the branding. Hopefully, can all of you see it? If you can, say yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you see what I did with my LinkedIn? Key to communication and success. Learn your style, but let me show you. Let me go ahead and refresh it. I just changed it. Actually, I think I didn't change it. Oh, no, I didn't change it. That's right. It's over here. So you see, take the communication style drive assessment, learn my drive. That's my domain, by the way. Learn my drive. The reason why this is set up this way, because this is LinkedIn. So I made it this way. The name is by me. I kind of created it, and I did that on Canva. Now, right now, it just has my name, Stephen Payne Gregg, and I think I'm going to leave it that way just because it's easier to find me by my name than my business or my product. So that's one thing you can do. Now, in here, if you notice, it has my name in here, and it has Mentor for the Masses. Mentor for the Masses goes to my video page. So that's on there. So down here, once I start getting into here, you're going to start to see I'm going to be adjusting this because I'm going to be putting my links in there for people to go and get their free assessment. Right here, it has my networking conversion secrets, but soon it will have my assessment in there. And I'll have a video here about my assessment. And I'm going to have other things about the assessment. So I'm going to be branding this system about the assessment because you want to give away the assessment. That's what I'm going to be doing. So that's one way I branded myself. Another way I branded myself is here on Alignable. I just added this. So I changed it a little bit and I put the drive assessment here, learn my drive right there in the middle. So again, I have like 9,000 people in my in here that I'm going to be marketing to. And I want everybody to go there because you know what's going to happen? Some people are going to say, what the heck is that assessment? Go to it. Boom. Once they get there, they sign up. I automatically get notification and then I can put them right through the process. Look at this, 9,400 views through this one alone. So you see, that's just 2 networking events. But see, everywhere I go, I'm going to brand this. Behind my head, I'm going to have that behind my head. I'm going to have a branding just similar to this. This is just the branding I'm using right now, because it talks about C and tier assessments. So that's why I have a big I there, just, something that's, catchy. So you want to start branding yourself as an expert. So if you notice here, I have my academy, but eventually, shortly, I'll be putting some things in there about the assessment. So I just wanted to show you a few things that I'm doing to brand myself. And so I wanted to throw that out there and let you know, you should go to Canva. You can create a backdrop. So I'll be creating a nice backdrop behind me about my assessment. So when I'm doing networking about the assessment, I can change it on the fly, and now I can do that. You want to go to your LinkedIn, I just set up a Facebook account. I just set up an Instagram account. So I'm going all into this. So I'm planting a bunch of seeds. I'm getting my system established. And then you may want to do the same. If you're not on all of them, then whatever you are on, do it. Brand yourself that way. Another thing that is happening, I'll bring up Chris because he actually came up with a great idea. He's going to be doing live events. Chris, you're going to be doing a live event. Is this weekend or did you already do it?
So we did one last Saturday, and then we're going to do another one again this Saturday as well.
Okay, good. And this was his first one, so I don't know how it went. It could have had nobody there. It could have had 50 people there. I don't know. So
Fun. We had one person there.
Fantastic. How did they go?
It went really well. It actually did. And, we kind of, and Viana and Carlos joined me as well. And, we looked at it like no matter what, it's practice, and we learned a lot from it. We got a lot of great ideas from it, even for this upcoming one, how to really just take advantage of the space and invite more people in, even just that are maybe passerbys. So there was a lot of good things about it. But the person that we had come felt very comfortable. It was a great opportunity. They were interested. So, we're going to keep moving forward.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about what you did, because some other people in their area may have liked to do something similar. And that wasn't my idea. That was their idea. So, what types of things did you do to do a live event?
Yeah, so we just secured a spot. There was a really great coffee shop not too far from where we are. And they have meeting rooms, and we could rent a meeting room for like $30. So it was pretty low overhead on that or whatever. And so we just secured that time spot, and then I made an announcement on Eventbrite, and then we also shared it on some of our social media and some direct invites and things like that. And so basically, as people came in, we just did a little bit of, hi, welcome, and get to know each other kind of thing. We were trying to make it as personable as possible. And then we launched ours. Carlos did a great job. He kind of launched it with a little bit of an icebreaker activity, if you will. And we had the drive cards blown up on like notebook paper sheets that were laminated, and we had printed them around the room. And we said, go around, look at the cards, and pick the one card that you feel makes you feel the most important, right? And so then whenever they did that, then we had them introduce themselves and say which word was the most important to them and why, just as an icebreaker kind of thing. Then we came back, and from there we did the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation that you had shared. And then at the time in the presentation where it's the video of Woody Woodward explaining the system, and then he says, now go take your assessment. So then we had that person then go take the assessment, because now the drive cards were familiar to them. So they took the assessment, and that's where we were able to get their contact info, and they kind of got into the system. And then we finished that out, and that was basically the format.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a great idea, you guys. Think about what he did. He created an event. He broadcasted it through Eventbrite, his social media. If you have friends, if you have family that are local, you can invite them. It's no threat, right? They're just coming to learn about their own personality, how to communicate. Now, you can use better wording. You could use wording like how to communicate with your family, how to communicate at work, how to better have communication with your spouse, or how to better communicate in sales or whatever, and attract those people to you. When they come, they probably buy lunch or whatever they're going to do there, and you just make it a casual environment. That's what it sounds like he did. And then what he did was he had the cards, the assessment. So you bought the cards, you had them blown up into bigger.
Well, we actually did buy the cards themselves because we hope to eventually break out into groups and actually use the physical cards. I think that'll make it more fun. But being that it was a small group, we just printed them out from the slideshow, and we just printed them around the room.
Got it. So you printed from the slide. Got it. So he did improvise. He printed it from the slide and blew it up to like a poster size or something so people could see them. And they went around and made it interactive. That's great, because people like to be interactive. And nowadays, a lot of people haven't been interactive for whatever the reason. So that would be a great thing to do. And Meetup is a good place to book an event. By the way, Meetup, write that down, meetup.com. Meetup. Because Meetup, that's what it's all about. It's doing events. It's doing local events. So you could do a Meetup event. And then what they do is they come to that event. And by the way, Meetup helps promote it too. Just so you know, Meetup does too. So that's another thing you could do. Chambers of Commerce, just so you know. Chambers, write this down. Chambers of Commerce. It's one of the lists on my free list that I gave you. Chambers of Commerce has their own office event, has their own office, usually almost every chamber. And if you're a member of that chamber, or if you live in that city, a lot of the times they want to help their businesses grow. They want to give free information out to the company. So you can say, hey, listen, I can do a free assessment for your business owners. As long as you invite them down, you're not selling anything, you're just giving a free assessment. They can come down. The chamber sometimes will promote that event for you to all their chamber members. So they get 10, 20, 50, 100 business owners coming to an event to learn about their assessment. You can run it just like he did. And then, you have them go around and then they do who their drivers is. So now it's interactive communication. And then the best thing I like what you said you did is that you had them take the assessment right there on the spot on their phone, right? So what you should now you should definitely have your own domain. Have your own domain. Go to this domain, takemyassessment.com, and then they take the assessment. They go to their phone, take the assessment. They do it right there on the phone. Boom. How
And
long
what
does
we
it take to
did,
do the assessment, by the way?
oh, like maybe 2 minutes max, just depending on how indecisive they are. But what we did actually, we printed out like business cards, and on the front of the card, it had a little QR code, and it said scan here to take your free drive assessment. And then on the back of the card was like my name, my email, contact info, things like that. So that way they were able to keep the business card and take it with them. But then at the same time, I collected the information I needed.
There you go. Good idea. So here's two ways to do it. One, have the QR code is a big thing nowadays. A lot of people are used to that, but there's some people that are not. So I would have both, have the QR code and the domain. Yep. So there you go. Great idea. You see, this is why as a team, we need to come up with ideas. We come to these trainings so we can learn from each other. So that's a great idea. I may even do something like that. I'm gonna see if we might be able to do something here in Brazil. I don't know. I don't speak Portuguese, but my wife does. So if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Okay. But the whole point is this: you got some good ideas there. So a few things there just to recap for you for tonight's training. Number one is you got to kind of minimize the noise, you guys. If something's getting you off track, you're not keeping you focused, learn to focus. Follow one course till successful. What is that one course? 10 a day, 20 in play, follows will pay. And if you got to start with 1 a day, start there and then build up. Have a goal of 10 a day. Giving away 10 a day. The next thing is, go networking. Go to some networking groups. I gave you a whole list. Download that list tonight, have it on your computer, and then consistently just figure out which ones are the best for you. The third thing is, download the list. bit.ly/free networking listing. Download that list and make sure everybody in your team has it. I built it with the intent so everyone can have it, so you guys can actually use it for your benefit. And you can use it in your other business. I don't care. Use it for whatever you need to grow your business. Okay. And then the last thing is, brand yourself. Start branding yourself. So if you have social media, go to Canva and build yourself your little banner and make it fit, make it look good, and brand yourself as an expert. People don't like to do business with amateurs. They like to do it with pros. And I'll leave you with that. When you go into the Fast Start training, that's one of the things I'm going to be teaching you is how to become a pro. If you want to be successful in this business, you got to be a pro, because pros make money in direct sales, amateurs don't. Bottom line, pros make money, amateurs make excuses. So if you want to be successful in this business, you want to make 500 a month, 1,000 a month, 10,000 a month, you got to become a pro. Those are the ones people look up to. Those are the ones people want to be doing business with. And those are the ones that people will follow. So I gave you some techniques. I gave you some very valuable meat here in this training. Hopefully you guys will go and take it and grow your business there. You guys have any questions left for me? Any last things? I'll open it up. Any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas about anything we just went through today?
I have a question.
I'm sorry?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. You're a little muffled there.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Yeah, okay. So, by the way, amazing training. I just had a question. I know you mentioned the template that you use, and by the way, sorry for the noise, but would it be helpful to ask what they think about the assessment first before sending over that template?
You could, sure you could. That's why I said, remember, everything we're doing, we're learning as we go. So I'm doing it the way I thought to do it. If you want to do that, see what their thoughts are. Absolutely. So you can do it that way and then see what the response is, then send it over. Sure you can. And then let me know how it works, because I don't have the end all be all answers yet, because I'm still in testing mode right now. And so that's a great question. In sales and marketing, there's a thing called A/B testing. Do you guys know what A/B testing is? That's where you test one thing against another, and you keep doing that until you find out what works. That's how I created this whole audio business card training. Is over a period of years, I figured out what words work, what words don't work. Same thing's going to happen with this system. I just sent out this email. I don't know how effective it is yet, because I'm just getting started doing it. But what's going to happen is I'll see, hey, a couple people came back and they said I didn't like it, or they did like it, or whatever. And I'll adjust it. So if you could do that, if you could send it out and ask the question first, see how it works. If you get a better response, guess what? I'll be the first one to be using your system. So that's a great question, and thank you for bringing that up. So the answer is I don't know. The answer is go try it out and see how it works and let us know. Very good. Anyone else have any comments, any questions, thoughts, or ideas? Don't hold back. Don't all rush off at once. Go ahead. Take your time. Slow down a little bit, you guys.
I have one more.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am wondering how to go ahead and brand myself if my product is not really related to, I mean, yes, communication, granted, right? Sales, but it's related to a healthcare plan. How would I incorporate and brand myself with the healthcare and then also drive?
Great question. Well, when I go, it depends. That's why I gave you a list of a whole bunch of different networking groups. When I'm on Alignable, first of all, my business happens to be communication. So even I'm doing my coaching, so I'm talking about communication. So I'm already doing it. It's a win-win. Your case is a little different. So you may have to separate where you're networking. So if you're networking on Alignable, if you're using that as an example, and on Alignable, you're talking about your health benefits, then I would brand yourself on Alignable for the health. But then if you go into Happy Neighborhood Project, you can have a backdrop there for your assessment. If you go to some other ones, you can have multiple assessment backdrops. So let me give you an example. Let me show you what I mean. So like right now, I have my Audio backdrop, but if I was doing something different, I could do this in a matter of minutes, and I could change it to this one, a virtual coffee. See, when I meet people on LinkedIn, I don't give them my 30-minute, I don't give them my free hour. I want a virtual coffee, because I turn LinkedIn into an Alignable. I'll go to a LinkedIn, I'll do a virtual coffee. They'll get on for 30 minutes. I'll turn it into a full hour strategy session and then sign them up for coaching. So I give virtual coffees for people. You see, I'll be teaching you guys that technique down the road. So another thing I can do, so if I wanted to talk to someone about something different, I could do that one, Networking Conversion Secrets. I have a training academy that I sell for $300. It has all of my training in it. Well, not all, it has a lot of my training in it. It's $300, so people can go there. They can learn that. If I'm selling that particular product, I can change my background. If I'm doing ministry and I wanted to talk to someone about the ministry, I could change it to, this. The book of Revelation. I can talk about God and talk about that. So the way you can brand yourself is you can change your backdrop to fit your need, depending on what business you're talking to and what business you're doing. So that's how you do it. Now, your backdrop on your social media platform, you may want to be a little bit more vague. So like on LinkedIn, I have the assessment because my whole business is communication. It doesn't affect it in any way. Yours, if you're going to be focused on LinkedIn on your health, then that may be how you brand yourself. Did that answer your question?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But on Canva, you
say-
can make different types of banners and background drops.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say to help out Tiffany, because I'm kind of in a similar situation. I know that definitely for LinkedIn, if it's like your personal profile or whatever, you can have up to, I think, 2 different business profiles under your name. So that way people can see your business in 2 different ways. So that's what I ended up doing. So
Brilliant. Thanks for sharing that.
Awesome. Fantastic. Anyone else have any comments, questions, thoughts, ideas about anything they just learned tonight or anything else? No? Okay. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here tonight. I'll have this recording uploaded here shortly. Definitely go in and start doing the thing that we talked about, and then I will see you next week. Good night, everybody.